Welcome to Ask a Lawyer with attorney Joey Franks at the Franks Law Firm in Ridgeland, Mississippi. Each week, Joey answers your questions about the law and how it affects you.
Joey, I'm hurt and, I'm scared to go back to work. What should I do?
That's perfectly understandable. An individual's hurt, they're feeling pain, they know their bodies. But unfortunately, what the commission looks at is doctor reports. So what I always advise people to do is to do their absolute best and go back to work and comply with doctor's restrictions. That's the key. Whatever restrictions you have, comply with them. If they say don't lift more than 10 pounds, don't lift more than 10 pounds. You're within your doctor's restrictions. And the very next thing I do is tell individuals call their treating doctor and ask for a follow-up visit. Get back in there and address the problem. Because maybe the doctor looks at it and says, okay, well, you're having trouble lifting the 10 pounds. Let's take you down to 5 pounds, or better yet, let's take you to sedentary duty or off work completely. So it's important to get back and stay in contact with your doctors when you're still having pain, and always comply with the doctor's restrictions.
So what happens if my boss makes me do things outside of my doctor's restrictions?
I always advise clients, do not do things outside of the doctor's restrictions. Do your absolute best to stay within the restrictions. Certainly, you want to remain respectful and not cause a scene or anything, but stay within the doctor's restrictions. An employer making an employee work outside of a doctor's restrictions when they received an on-the-job injury is not looked on favorable by any judge I know. Therefore, stay within the restrictions. And it's really rare that an employer tries forcing somebody to work outside their restrictions. And another thing is, if you have a lawyer, call that lawyer and say they're trying to make me do this. And that lawyer will make phone calls immediately. And we will go ahead and call either the defense lawyer, or we will contact the adjuster and say what is going on and try getting it resolved.
Okay, what if the doctor released me and I'm still hurt?
Make a follow-up appointment. If you are still having issues, like I said previously, the medical treatment is not capped. You need to follow up with that doctor and keep getting the treatment you need. Tell them what's going on. Explain in detail how it hurts. Keep a pain diary so that you know exactly what is going on. You can document that maybe you feel better in the afternoon than you did in the morning, or vice versa. So keep up with everything, follow up with your doctor, and if you have that kind of information to present to your doctor, that helps them a lot in assessing the situation. But again, also, if you have a lawyer, that lawyer will inform everyone that my client is still hurt. They need to go see this doctor, get them the treatment. And if they refuse to give them the treatment, then we can always file a motion to compel them to provide the treatment.
Okay, now what if I cannot work, but the doctor says I can?
You really need to get a lawyer involved, and the sooner the better. Because what a lot of people don't realize is that you have a choice of physician in Mississippi. What that means is you can choose any doctor in the state of Mississippi with a Mississippi medical license to go and receive treatment for. However, employers and insurance companies are wily. Sometimes they have an individual sign a choice of physician form. And a lot of times it just consists of 3 doctors' names at the top and ask them to circle one or check down here if they want their own doctor. And they do it when these people are in pain and they kind of have them in a bind. So they're signing documents trying to get to a doctor, not realizing what they are signing. So it's very important that you get a lawyer involved. I've had a lot of success trying to get people to other doctors simply because the forms weren't filled out in the first place, or they weren't filled out at all. They always want injured workers to go to the employer and carrier's doctor. I never want that. I want my clients to go to the doctor that's going to get them the treatment they need.
Thanks for listening to Ask a Lawyer with attorney Joey Franks at the Franks Law Firm in Ridgeland, Mississippi. Call attorney Franks at 601-773-7777. His website is thefrankslawfirm.com.